are listening to the War Rapport.
But while he does that, really cozy, appreciate the super chat. How do y'all feel about J.J. Evans hitting the portal? I'll start with you, Ike.
I mean, again, J.J. Evans was a mythical creature in my mind anyway. I didn't know that he was even still on the team. He had been dealing with injury. Hopefully he finds a place that will be able to utilize his skills because he seems like a skilled athlete. But I think we've got a lot of talent in our wide receiver room. I wish him the best.
Well said, sir. All right, what do we got, B? This is the San Jose State offense, Auburn defense.
Yep.
Before we get to the quarterback, let's talk about their O-line. They replaced, I think they had 3 new starters going into this season and gave up 7 sacks. 7 sacks to Portland State on last week. Much was made about the pass rush for Auburn last week. Do they turn loose this week, you think?
I'm going to go with yes, the defensive line is going to look better this week. Again, just off of the fact that I'm not sure they have the pass blocking ability to stay with. Listen, Echo Leota was a man possessed out there last week. He was showing up all over the film. I'm looking forward to seeing him wreaking havoc off of the edge. Their tackles are going to have a problem dealing with him. Derek Hall looked really disciplined. But yeah, I do expect the pass rush to be much improved. We didn't blitz a lot last week, right? So it was just everybody was just on an island. Do what you're supposed to do. We're going to just stay in the base and make it happen. But I do anticipate us having more pressure on their quarterback this game. But their quarterback is mobile, so they're going to have to still be disciplined in the pass rush. So that means, to the chagrin of a lot of people, they're probably going to play a lot of zone on the back end, just so that they don't have their back turned to a mobile quarterback. So,
and Ike, you said that they want to be kind of like an RPO type offense, throw the ball. They didn't do a lot on the ground running wise, but the quarterback got sacked a lot, so that kind of hurt their rush totals. But they want to throw the ball. So what do we expect to see? Again, you already kind of alluded to it in terms of playing zone, keeping everything in front, expecting a lot of soft coverages. Do you think San Jose State will be able to exploit any of that, if at all?
I mean, possibly. When zone doesn't mean soft, right? Like it just depends on what you're doing and how you're mixing up your zone looks. And so what's going to be important in this game, I think, is going to be how well we're able, like the quick screens to the outside stuff that you do in the RPO game is going to be important, that those the read and reaction coming from, a Kaufman or whoever's going to be in slot is going to be important in this game. How we handle those things and then not getting caught sleeping when they go into more of a tempo. So this is actually going to be a good warm-up game for Penn State. Because Penn State's going to try to do a lot of that. They're going to try to play tempo. They're going to try to spread you out, and they're going to try to get, quick hitters with the run just to keep you honest. It's going to be a good warm up for a Penn State game. But I don't anticipate us going into a lot of man and trying to, lock down on the outside and send guys after this quarterback. I think it's going to be pretty base shell and, let your athletes do what they're supposed to do.
Mike G, thoughts on the defense? Anyone you're looking at to have a big game?
Yeah, I mean, again, you said it. They gave up 7 sacks, and their whole O-line graded out below average. Their quarterback was under a 35% pressure rate. Our defense should eat against this offensive line. So we've got better athletes. We match up well. Their quarterback was 50% passing on the day. I mean, he had 30 attempts. This is not a good offense. And their receivers dropped 4 balls as well, too, which attributed to his completion percentage being low. These guys are just not good. There's no other way to say it. It's not good. So I'll be disappointed if we give up any points to them. I'm not particularly a shutout, only because the turnovers on offense are what make me nervous about saying, hey, the defense is going to pitch a shutout, because You know, if you give any team enough chances offensively, they're going to drive down the field and kick a field goal or get close enough. Like, I don't. This is a team we should shut out, but I need to see again if we take steps forward offensively to keep the defense off the field, limit possessions, win the field position battle, and give these guys a chance to dominate this team defensively. So yeah, I mean, they're not. I mean, statistically from the film, everything, this is not good. There were some idiots predicting that we would lose this game, and I just heard all kind of foolishness. If we lose this game, again, just shut it down the rest of the season. Yeah, like, I mean, San Jose is a good team, and they're not good. They're not good at football. All right, I'm not sure why they have a program. We should win this game easily. We should coast into the second half, and then I wouldn't be surprised to see our third string quarterback get time in this one. I don't think, like I said, anything can happen, but this should be a pretty uneventful game. This is going to be about how focused Auburn stays and not looking past them to Penn State. But if they stay in the moment, they dominate this game defensively.
Ike B, any closing thoughts before we get to the Jazzy's challenge?
I want to see more Keontae Scott, man. I thought what he showed towards the end of the game, I thought, based on everything we heard out of camp, I predicted he'd be a starting corner. He was not. I don't want to rail too much on Pritchett. First game, Harsin actually kind of called out the entire secondary. He said, I feel like if the ball's in the air, we should be in position to compete for that ball. And we weren't. And that's something we got to get better at. So I don't think they allow too much. Not back there. And not from this quarterback. Again, San Jose State is not good. So I don't expect – I think we probably have a better chance to shut out here, especially coming off of how the secondary played last game, than we do later in the season. So I'm going to – I want to see Scott, though. I want to see him opposite Simpson at corner. And I like Kaufman as one of the safeties. I also like him at nickel. Kaufman, man, Kaufman's good. He's better this year. He looks better, and he played better game one. I really like our secondary, but I think Scott makes our secondary the best secondary it could be. So I'm hoping he gets more reps.
All right, guys, before we get to the break, guys,